Good evening, you all. This is Ankur here, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel, Technical Analysis The Unbiased View. So, before starting today's view, I would like to celebrate on the stock suggestion which I gave a week ago, that is Coforge, and I recommended a buy in Coforge a week ago at the rate of 2819. And today, as you can see, the Coforge made a high of 3449. So this has become a mega success for us. A single stock gave 20% return. I started my YouTube channel on the 21st of last month. I have recommended as of now 14 stocks: Adani, ACC, Amaraja, Oro, L&T, PVR, Bhel, Bharti Airtel, Berger, AU, and couple of them I've repeated like Bharti ACC again for an intraday basis. Uh, I would like to tell you that since I began my channel, only in terms of the stocks, I'm not discussing here Nifty and Bank Nifty. I don't want to mix a stock and index performance together. Index also, obviously, it went all right. All the targets were hit. The analysis and the view was right. However, only with respect to the stocks, I have recommended so far 14 stocks or 14 recommendations, and out of which 13 went right, except Aurobindo Pharma. So out of 14 recommendations, 13 recommendations were absolutely bang on the level or more than what we have discussed since I began this channel, which is 21st of last month. So our strike ratio as of now is 92.85%, right? So I think we should celebrate this. Or Coforge, we have got 20% return over a period of 7 days. So that's a mega success. So now let's begin the video, today's video, and what I'm going to discuss is a weekly review, which is a new fresh week starting from tomorrow for this weekly expiry. So let's start with Nifty 50. So this is Nifty 50's future chart. Mind you, this is future chart, not spot chart, right? So I've got a feedback. So for your ease, I have today mentioned all my key notes on the screen, so you can take a screenshot and keep it with you. So let's start discussing what's happening in Nifty 50 futures. So as you can see, Nifty 50 futures is making a higher lows, right? From last four trading sessions, it is making higher lows. It means the expiry which happened today. Now, where we are standing in terms of the Nifty as of now. See, today Nifty closed at 14,769, right? As you can see, there are a few levels mentioned here with the arrow mark. The first support for the Nifty is right at 14,766, where Nifty closed today, correct? So it means what? It just closed 3 points above from its support, correct? So can you consider this as a breakout closing? Well, to answer that, let's see the opening tomorrow or the pre-opening tomorrow at 9:08 and 9:15 respectively. If Nifty is opening above 14,766 and it sustains till 9:25 or 9:20, whichever time frame you would like to enter into, then you can long Nifty for tomorrow. But here, what I'm discussing is a weekly review, right? It is not only the intraday interpretation, it is a weekly review. So, what it means? It means if Nifty opens tomorrow above 14,766 and if it sustains till 9:20, 9:25 above 1476, so 14766 could be the stop loss, and your target has to be 14,890. Yes, that is the first resistance for the week for Nifty futures. That is the first resistance. What is the second resistance? The second resistance for the Nifty 50 futures for this week is 15,029, right? So as I have discussed repeatedly in all my videos, however, I'll explain you again how to go about it. So, if Nifty opens above 14,766 and it sustains till 920, 925, or the closing again happens tomorrow above 14,766, right? So, you will be long in the Nifty and you will have a target of 14,890. Now, scene 2, second scenario. If Nifty rallies one way tomorrow and if it settles and close above 14,890, then you can do BTST over a week, right? Over the weekend. And your resistance would be, a profit booking zone would be 15,029. We'll not talk beyond 15,029 for this week as of now, right? Now the supports. What are the supports available to the Nifty for this week or maybe for tomorrow? The first support comes for Nifty 50 is 14,657, which is today's low. But it is not the support because of today's low. It is also not the support because it created a small hammer. It it is a support for the stock because of some chart patterns, some support come resistance band, and some intersection points, as you can see, which is happening here, right? As I have been repeatedly discussing in my all videos that I'm a big fan of only intersection points, right? Because that gives me a double confirmation that yes, that is a critical area. If it breaks out, well and good. If it breaks down, then need to review the investment if it is newly purchased. The PCR as of now, when we go to begin the next week, the PCR as of now is 0.93, which is quite comfortable, right? So Nifty closed just above the support level with the PCR of 0.93. So mind you, my friends, if Nifty is coming to the resistance level like 14,890 or 15,029 and PCR is increasing subsequently, that is the point you have to book your profits. You cannot bullish on the on Nifty 50 saying that, oh, no, it breached the resistance and it is going to the next resistance and close above the next resistance. Mind you, if the Nifty is breaking out and going to resistance after the next resistance, which is 14,890 to 1520, subsequently if PCR is increasing, need to be get alert and stay out of it, then book your profits. Now one more interesting thing I'd like to discuss with you with respect to Nifty 50 is, which is the intraday range shift. And what is this intraday range shift? The intraday range shift is 14,769, which is today's closing. See, now 14,657 is the support and 14,890 is the resistance. That's your channel number one. I'll repeat again, 14,657 is the support and 14,890 is the resistance. That's your channel number one. So that's your first zone. That's your first zone. Now what divides this zone? What divides this zone? The thing which divides this zone is 14,769. What divides 14,890 to 14,675 is 14,769. Now for a scalper traders, right, or those who don't want to continue on a weekly review. For example, please hear it very carefully. If Nifty opens tomorrow above 766, right, and doesn't sustain and comes back and breaches 14,769 or 14,766, the moment it breach and you wait for a 5 minute or 15-minute candle for the closing, if the closing is happening below 14,766, you can buy a put, right? And what will be your uh, profit booking zone? 14,675, right? So 14,766 or 14,769, it is more or less same. This is dividing the channel. It is dividing the channel. The channel is 14,890 to 14,657. So it is dividing the channel. So either Nifty is above 14,766 for the week, so the channel is 14,766 to 1490, or Nifty is below that, the resistance becomes 14,766 and the support becomes 14,657. So during the day, if you see, if Nifty opens below 14,766 but breaks out and breaches above upside to 14,769, you can buy a call, correct? That's for a intraday range shift. Okay, so if you don't want to go on a weekly basis, weekly review, this is your intraday range shift. The moment it crosses and goes above 14766, you go long, wait for 5 minute 50 minutes candle to close above it. The moment it goes down 14766, you go short, wait for 5 50 minutes candle closing, and you can go do that. Why I'm saying emphasizingly 5 or 15 minutes? Because your risk reward ratio becomes favorable, right? If you wait for 30-minute candle, then the stop loss becomes bigger. So if you wait for 5 or 15 minutes, or say example 15 minutes, so stop loss is nearby, right? So you have to see that when you're entering, what is your risk reward ratio if it goes against you after that 15-minute closing. So the entire range for the week is, the first crucial zone is 14,890 and the maximum crucial zone is 15,029. When it comes to 15,029, we'll have to look at the PCR. If PCR is above 1.3, 1.4, near 1529, that's it, no more long in the Nifty, right? For support, a weekly, a wider view for the support, the first support is 14,657 from here, and the second support is 14,475, right? We will review Nifty again if the Nifty is closing someday below 14,475, right? That should be the level from where the Nifty should bounce back, right? So if I talk about the largest channel, so the weekly review says that Nifty should be there in the range between 14,475 to 15,029. That should be the range for the Nifty for a week for this expiry, right? So let's jump quickly to Bank Nifty now. So what's happening in Bank Nifty? This is Bank Nifty futures. One second, I think this is a wrong subsequent month contract. So this is the current month contract. So if you see what's happening in Bank Nifty also, it is making a higher lows, right? So these are the highlights. What is a weekly base, a weekly a base, a support for the Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty today closed at 32,953, right? Mind you, I'm telling you again, it is a future start, current month contract. So the weekly base, the weekly crucial support for the Bank Nifty is 32,285. 32,285. In any weakness from here, if Bank Nifty slips and if it is maintaining the supports on a closing basis, again and again and again, I'm telling you, it's closing basis. If it goes below 32,285 and comes back and close above 32,285, then for next day it is a very good BTST. So the weekly base is 32,285 for Bank Nifty. Now there are some resistance in Bank Nifty which is not visible in Nifty very clearly. We can see that there is a clear cut resistance of GAN wave 3 bar 1, right? Along with intersection points. So the crucial resistance for the weekly review, the crucial resistance for Bank Nifty is 33,185. So where it closed today, at 32,953. So the first resistance coming out to 33,185. And which is the second resistance as far as the weekly view is concerned? The Bank Nifty maximum should rally up to 33,585, right? 33,585. Now the PCR for Bank Nifty is 1.06. I forgot to mention this. I'll just write it here. So the PCR for Bank Nifty when we are entering tomorrow into a fresh week is 1.06. So again you have to see if you are reaching towards the second resistance, which is 33,585, and PCR is also increasing subsequently, time for alert, right? What are the support available right now for the Bank Nifty for this week as far as this week is concerned? The good support is 32,285 and the resistance is 33,585, right? So the channel, the wider channel is between 32,285 as a support and 33,585 as a resistance. Now again, what we have discussed in Nifty, what is intraday range shift, right? The intraday range shift in Bank Nifty is 32,866, right? 32,866. Now those who don't want to trade for a weekly view, if Nifty opens above 32,953 and doesn't sustain and comes down and breaches 32,866, wait for 5 15-minute candle for a closing basis for the confirmation and you can go short. Similarly, tomorrow, if Nifty opens below 32,866, right? And during the day, if it crosses and goes above 32,866, wait for 5 to 15 minutes a candle confirmation and you can go long. So the Highlights in Bank Nifty, it is yes indeed making a higher lows, but it is having a couple of resistance on a pattern basis, on a tool basis, on a some indicator basis. The PCR is 1.06, which is okay, but you will have to see that if the Bank Nifty is moving towards the resistance and PCR is also increasing subsequently, then time for alert. The resistance for the week, I would say, let's keep a target till 33,585, and Bank Nifty should take a support from 32,285. Like that, this should be our the lower range. If Bank Nifty slips below 32,285, however, I have not mentioned here, the next support is coming to 31,954. 31,954. If Nifty breaks below 31,954 any day in this given week, then no more longs, no more buying on lower side. We'll have to review the closing, right? So, folks, this is a weekly review on Nifty and Bank Nifty. I hope it is quite clear. I have mentioned the highlights on the screen. You can take a screenshot, make a note of it. Thank you. Keep watching my channel. Keep supporting. Thank you. Goodbye. This is Ankur.